#1 sports show. I'm John Moore, joined as always by Robert Papa. Robert, the floor is yours.
John, I just want to say, we're out here at West Potomac.
Yep.
Shout out to the West Potomac Academy. Emily Miller helping us out from
Thank
West
you,
Potomac
Emily.
Academy. One thing I do want to say, I don't care what your background is.
Yeah.
I don't care what your political affiliation is. Public schools are important. That's all I'm trying to
Big time.
Public schools are important, and we need to keep public schools and public school education and public school sports.
Absolutely.
Greedily public school sports, but we need to keep that going. Just something I thought I'd say.
Yeah, it better not go anywhere.
No.
They wouldn't let me back into a private school.
Yeah, you can't do that in Northern Virginia.
Well, we got conference playoffs this week.
Yeah, man.
That's exciting.
It's awesome.
Some shockers.
It is. I went out to Centerville.
Mm-hmm.
You saw Centerville play?
I did.
So, you couldn't stop talking about Paige Richborg. And how
She's
good she was.
awesome.
She is. They played Madison. Madison was really good.
Yeah.
Never a game from the start.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Centerville took control early. I think it was 5-0 at one point.
Okay.
They tried to battle back. Madison tried to battle back. They made a run late. It got to about a 4-point game. Centerville scores again, go on to win 15-10. Elizabeth Murphy, I think she scored 15 goals in 2 games this week.
That's crazy.
She's that's why I call her the machine.
Yeah.
She's ridiculous.
Great nickname. I like it.
Yeah, I saw Paige Richborg walking out of there. Saw her family.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Have they been watching the show?
You know what? I don't know. I didn't talk to them about that.
Huh.
They were talking about her brother Kyle.
Okay.
Who plays at Air Force Academy.
Yep.
It didn't dawn on me till I left there, but after talking to her mom and everything and talking about Kyle, her brother,
Right.
I'm pretty sure I coached against Kyle.
Oh, really?
About in 5th or 6th grade in SYA basketball. I'm pretty sure I did. I always remember, because if a kid scores a lot of points against my team, I'll always remember that. That's why I still have problems with Jack Caldwell from Wilson. Yeah. But yeah, so shout out to them. Shout out to the Richborgs. Shout out to Kyle at Air Force Academy. But yeah, Paige Richborg is ridiculous.
Well, I have 2 favorite teams in lacrosse this year. It's Briarwoods and Patriot.
Hey. So
Patriot played host to Lake Braddock. Patriot coming to the game at 16-0.
Yeah.
Dude, they are amazing. I want to get out there and interview them, but I'm not going to mess with their mojo right now.
Yeah, not yet.
No. Let them ride it out, see where it goes. Lake Braddock, you always assume Lake Braddock is good at everything.
Yeah.
But, they look like they were playing at the wrong side of it. It was just ridiculously bad.
But the Patriots defense
They're
is
so good.
It's great. Man.
They're so good. Will Eckert, their goalie,
Yeah.
he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in the running. Sorry, Junior.
Whoa.
He's in the running.
Whoa.
I just say he's in the running. He's in the discussion.
I don't know.
Will Eckert is great. Now, he didn't face a lot of shots. but the ones he made, if there is a restaurant quality save with a lacrosse goal he can make, he made quite a few of them. There were some shots that Lake Braddock shot. I was like, oh, that's going in. And he's just twirling his net.
Their defense is amazing.
Yeah, Ethan Castleman, Kyle Gunther, and then Anthony Riggin, you always know. They all contributed to scoring. It was 15-5 finals.
It's like 2 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals.
And then they went and played Chantilly a couple nights later. They got 2 goals each from those same 3, and they won 13-3. They're 18-0. Qualified for states. Big semifinal game this week against WC Woodson.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be awesome.
Huge.
Wednesday night, huge.
Yeah. That is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of awesome,
yeah.
Out here at West Potomac, you and I we both saw the West Potomac basketball team play a couple times this year.
We did.
Big fans of that team and the way they play. And you came back from the first game you saw them play.
Yeah.
Talking about Coach Alston.
Talking
about Coach
He's
Alston.
on the floor.
Yeah, he just can't get off the court.
That's right.
Well, we had a chance to talk to him. And we had a chance to talk to the great Dejan Belfield.
Yeah.
Okay. Take a look. Dejan, how you doing today?
Doing good. How about you?
Good. A little bit of John before we got started here.
Yeah, a little humor. I like it.
Well, let's talk about it. You're a 2-sport athlete.
Which sport do you like better? Are you a basketball player that plays football? Are you a football player that plays basketball? Or are you just an athlete who does everything?
So from what I've heard, from what people have told me, some people say I'm more of a basketball player that plays football, and others say I'm a football player that plays basketball. But for me, I just like playing sports, and I enjoy both of them, and I'm very good at it. So I'm just an all-around athlete that can stop your running back or send you a shot off the backboard. So I just enjoy doing them both.
Talk about the highs and lows of your football and basketball seasons this year.
So I don't know. I wouldn't really. All right. So our high was like repeating what we did, like just building off what we did last year. Going to the second round of the playoffs for football. I want to say one of the lows was definitely losing the TC during the regular season because I don't know, lack of mental focus, and that was just a bad game for everybody on that team. But to come back in the first round of playoffs and beat them 26-0, that was definitely a high. And to be in South County, that's what everybody's goal, because South County was the powerhouse team in the conference. And just to beat them by, even though it was a field goal, a win is a win. And to do it on senior night, my last year was definitely special. And then for basketball, last year, we went on a 4-game losing streak before our Christmas tournament, our holiday tournament, and to not repeat that and just build off last year and get better, and then to travel down to Charlottesville and make some noise and put us back on the map was definitely a high. And then, of course, losing the Madison the first round of regionals and not being able to play for that regional championship game was terrible. And then I wouldn't say we did slip, well, we didn't slip up, but like not playing the best we could have in the first round of the state game was a low. But we did a lot of great things that this season, went back-to-back district championships and just having fun and enjoying each other and enjoying Coach Houston. It was definitely a great.
You ain't got to say that because he's sitting here.
I mean, I'm not saying it.
Right, we'll get to him later.
But yeah, we enjoyed them. At times we couldn't understand them, and we did butt heads.
I don't know how you can't understand him. He is on the court while you're playing.
He was literally on the court while we was playing, getting in refs' ears. It was fun to see. Sometimes it was funny.
It's 6-on-5 when y'all.
It really is.
He could be running point.
He could have. And just playing at home and having him in the hype squad behind it was like playing 100-on-5. It was great. So I don't know. Just having that throughout high school was definitely something I would cherish forever.
Well, since you brought it up, you got the hype squad in here. Whether it's Friday night or basketball games in here, they're out. They're in full support, and
they're crazy.
They get crazy. How is it for you playing at home?
Oh, I love the home atmosphere. It's like I don't know. It's like Seattle and their 12th man. It's like our hype squad was literally on. There's been games where they had to stop the game to tell our hype squad to get back into the stands. And my one good friend Dewan Stiegel on the court with us, like literally right there on the court, and they had to stop the game. And him and like Gideon and a couple of others, there was like, you got to get back or you got to leave the gym because it was that bad. And all you hear was, hey, number 24, whatever, your name Marcus. Hey, Marcus, don't miss Marcus. Don't even look at Marcus. Shoot those free throws. And just hearing that, and just letting them get into their heads, throwing them off their game, and us just doing what we did it was fun. And it was something that I hope we continue to do throughout the years, because I would definitely come back. You might catch me on the floor in the hype squad. Just doing the same thing they did.
You might catch me in the hype squad. I say, throw me off.
He'll be kicked out. You know that.
All right, so you have a twin brother.
I do.
I have to assume that you guys have played on the same teams your whole life.
We have, except for my sophomore year, because he tore his ACL.
Right. But generally, you've been, training together, living together, and playing together. Next year, you're going to different schools. What's that going to be like, not playing with him?
I don't know. It's going to be difficult. I mean, I've done it 1 year, and that was with my sophomore year. But he still came out to the games, and he supported me. If he was in full pain or something, even if he left like during halftime, he was still there, and I knew he was there because he would come up to me and he would like don't get discouraged, and I'm gonna be out here next year. And I mean, I don't know, it's just gonna be different. But if I have to, I'll FaceTime him like every day or something, and I'm gonna still keep in contact.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's gonna be something that was gonna happen sooner or later. But I'm looking forward to it, and he's gonna support me, and I'm gonna support him. So no matter what, we're gonna have that bond, and it's gonna be something.
Yeah, we talked a little bit before the show started. Obviously, when you and I talk about all-star teams and everything like that, I told you, if there's an all-star team and I can't have him on it, I don't want the all-star team. But I love that you're not afraid to throw elbows, but you can get up and get to the rim. You can do a lot of things. What do you think you do best on the basketball court?
What I do best, so I know my game, and I'm not a shooter. I'll tell anybody that. Honestly, I say my twin, he's definitely the shooter out of all of us. I mean, but I like playing in the paint. I like getting physical, because if you can't be physical and bring the intensity, then why are you on the court? Because somebody has to do it. And so me and Twin and Idar said, or Serge, we did it, and we brought that intensity, and teams couldn't hang with us. Teams would be like, they would be like, tell the refs to watch the elbows or something, but everything was done within the rules, and they couldn't handle it. And I mean, I just do what I do.
love that. They couldn't handle it, and it was legal.
They couldn't handle it, and it was legal. So I just did what I had to do, and I brought the intensity. No matter if somebody had an off game, I would just be like, get it back on defense. And I was more of a defensive player. I mean, I got defensive player of the year. So like, even if I was off in the scoring, I was always doing something like rebounding or playing defense to help my team get to what we wanted to accomplish. And I mean, I'm not an offensive player, but I'll definitely like get above the rim or put the ball in the hole. But definitely defense is what I do.
Before we let you go, tell us what you're doing next year, what you're playing, and what your off-season workouts going to be like.
All right, so next year I'm playing football at UVA Wise. In Wise, Virginia, 6.5 hours away. So my plan is to do what I have to do. Hopefully make it to the NFL. You know, that's everybody's dream. But I have an off-season workout, and I would definitely be following that. And I'm supposed to be going down in July or something like that. So start early, get in there, do what I have to do, get out. Hopefully make it to the NFL. But my backup plan is to do something with communication. So I'm always surrounded by sports, because that's what I want to do.
Cool.
You can come and take John. He's going to be kicked out of here soon.
Yeah,
Might be.
I'm down from the Westfield parent section.
That might happen sooner than later. Well, man, we appreciate you coming out today.
Definitely. Good luck to you next year.
Yeah, good luck to you.
I definitely enjoy being on this show. Definitely enjoy being around you, especially him cracking jokes.
I appreciate it. That's a nice thing. It was said to me in 48 hours.
We don't need to go into that, though. That'll definitely get us shut down. All right, thank you for coming out.
No problem.
Definitely.
All right, Coach, thank you for coming out and joining us today. It's great to be here in the West Potomac gym.
Glad to have you all here.
Good.
I didn't think they were going to let me in here.
Well,
We'll get to that story later.
Well, you know what? They might be rethinking the fact that they did let you in here.
Right.
Let's talk about it a little bit. How'd you get started? I mean, we talked a little bit before we got started. You're from the area. You grew up here. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a Springfield guy. Grew up playing youth league in West Springfield area. Went to West Springfield, played for one of the legendary coaches at West Springfield, Jim Warren. I'm actually on the last team to make it to the state tournament before last year's team, which is 25 years at West Springfield, and the last team to win a district title. I played on that team. I went to Coppin State in Baltimore in the MEAC, and had a chance and blessed to play basketball there. Had a chance to play in the NCAA tournament. It's still one of the top first round upsets of the NCAA tournament. We won a game there. And then I came home and started coaching at West Springfield, assistant coach, freshman coach, JV coach, and then I made it to a varsity assistant, kind of paid my dues on the way up. And then, got an opportunity to take over a program here that previously, the year before I got here, was 2-20. So was not really, I think they won the first 2 games and lost 20 in a row. But they, had athletes that were in our conference, so I was able to see them pretty regularly. And then when I came here, I just kind of brought with me, detailed passion. I worked really, really hard. We built the program through our summer camp. I've had camp since the first time I came here. A lot of our own players are, products of the basketball camp that we have here. And then, I wanted to go down as one of the best coaches that West Potomac has had. And I wanted to, be a part of something that, when I was in high school, West Potomac was one of the teams you didn't want to play. You didn't want to travel over here and play them because they were really, really good. And it took a little while. My fourth year in, we made it to the first conference title game. Lost to the eventual state champ, T.C. Williams, and, kind of saw what state-level competition was like. My sixth year, we won the title. My first district title that year, beating Woodson, as a matter of fact, that year. And then have won back-to-back titles in the last couple of years. So, my staff, I've had a couple guys that have been with me for the same, my father is one of my coaches. We're one of the only son-father coaching coaches in the area. So I've been coaching with my dad for 13 years, which is pretty cool. And then a couple other guys, Tyrone Struther, and then one of my own players, ex-players, Justin Baker, has been on my staff for a while. So I think consistency of having the same people together, having a consistent program and system. So it helps to have the consistent staff. It helps to have the consistent system. We all have kind of the same ideas of what we would like to do. And then it helps that we do differ in some things, but that has been really instrumental in helping, have a program that I just wanted to be consistently competitive every year.
What's the biggest challenge for a basketball coach in Northern Virginia right now? What's the biggest challenge for you going into a season?
Well, Northern Virginia, I'd say Fairfax County is a challenge because we have different rules than some other counties in Virginia, and even Northern Virginia. We run by different rules in Arlington and Alexandria. That's one thing. Another thing, we don't always get a lot of love from the big papers. Public school, they really push a lot of private school stuff, so it kind of almost seems to encourage a kid that private school is the way to go in order to succeed and excel in the thing. But, we've got plenty of examples of Scotty Reynolds, who was a McDonald's All-American who went to public school. But then, that's really a challenge. AAU is a challenge across the board. I don't think that's a Northern Virginia issue. Private school, I don't think it's a Northern Virginia specific issue. But, that would be it. But I think that we have a lot of really good coaches in this area. We have a lot of really good players in this area that have really worked hard, and there's obviously some really, really good teams in this area. So while we have some challenges, I think some of the pluses kind of supersede those.
So take us through this season. You guys were pretty successful this year, but didn't in the way you wanted to. Kind of take us through what your expectations were at the beginning.
Yeah,
where you ended up.
We I think Dejan said it earlier. Last year we made it to the state tournament. I don't know if we were necessarily going to the season expecting to try to win a state title last year. We had a lot of young guys. We started as freshmen. We had mostly juniors and sophomores and like one or two seniors that were in our rotation. But this year, coming back, we had been in the tournament. We saw what we needed to work on. We had high expectations of, beating everybody that we played, quite honestly. We wanted to win all of our home games. We wanted to win the conference, repeat as a conference. We knew the conference would be changing after this year, so one of our goals was to, go out with a bang. The conference changes, and we're the last ones to win it. So it was, really, really fun. The kids, really bought into the system that we had. I didn't have to have one practice where we ran for, discipline issues. That was never a problem. They kind of bought into, we're going to pick up a team when they get off the bus. When they get off the bus, we got a mascot or a player that's waiting for them, that's going to show them. We're going to press them from the start to the end. We were able to do that. The kids bought into it. They liked it. It was fun to coach, fun to watch. We came up a little bit short. Every game that we did not win, 25 wins, and 25-5. So every game we didn't win, we had a chance. Against Madison, we had a shot to tie. Against Western Branch, we had a shot to win it. Chantilly, we had a shot to tie or win it. We were right there. Woodson, even at Woodson, we had a shot to tie the game. So, we were there. It was just a special group to be around. Really fun to come to practice. Fun to come to the games. Exciting kids to be around. A bunch of, I haven't had that many athletes as I had this year. And, the best team that I've been around as a coach. So, I've known I think 10 of the 12 players came through our basketball camp. So, these are kids that we've known for years. So it was really fun.
Well, all right. So I'll get to it before John does. I know what is acceptable for you to be? What space is acceptable for you to be on the court?
I need a good answer. I'm gonna tell you what. I filmed the game. I think it was at South County.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere was crazy. Hardest game for me to film all year long because you were in every shot. I was like, is he playing right now? How is he not getting a technical foul?
I'm in the game, man.
You are in the game.
I'm in the game.
I think you were at mid-court at one point, and I just looked at the ref, and he looked at me, and I was like, something's wrong with this picture.
I grew up playing video games, EA Sports, in the game. I wanted to be right there. Well, next year they've actually changed the rule. They've extended the coaching box 18
Oh,
foot and a half. Yeah, I mean, that's a real thing. So I wear a size 14. I don't know. Sometimes I'm over the line. I can't tell it.
Over the line.
Over the line.
You don't even see a line when you're out there half the time.
I said, Honorary, hey, if y'all play each other, you tell me it's going to be 6-on-6.
Basically. The only way, it's the sweater's the only way you know he's not a player. That's the only thing that separates him. Man, we appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, definitely.
Appreciate you letting us in here.
We got to bring this back next year.
You got to get to a game. DJ rocks. Like the whole stadium and the Wolverdome, we call it here, kind of rocks.
I want to sit in that section.
No.
You gotta have shoulder pads.
Wear my cross gear from George Mason.
There you go. We'll bring him out here, but he wants to work with your 6'11" guy.
Hey, look, I've been hunting for a state championship ring, so
That's true.
if you start getting close, put me on the staff. Just leave one spot open.
We're close.
I'm talking about as the season goes on. When you're a game away, put me on the staff.
You're a game away.
I'll be your assistant to the assistant strength and conditioning coach.
I don't sit down, so you can have my seat.
That's true.
It's all good.
My job would be the guy that tells you to bring it back. Pull back, coach.
Well, yeah, Coach, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. All right, he's got a great program going. Great bunch of kids. It's cool.
Dejan's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, before we get to the game of the week, which spanned 2 days,
Yeah.
special thanks to West Potomac High School.
It's awesome.
They might not recognize me, but they should.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Back in 1994, one of the great moments in sports happened, and it involved West Potomac High School.
Emily is just laughing at you back there.
That's okay. She needs to hear this.
Oh, no.
This is part of her school lore.
Oh, no.
In 1994, regional championship football game, West Potomac High School played the Fairfax Rebels. And they were winning. And at the very end of the game, we scored to cut the lead to 1 point, muffed the extra point stat. Chucky Freeman, shout out Chucky, runs it in for a 2-point conversion. We win.
Oh, my goodness. We're never allowed to come back here again. Ever. Oh, this is...
Moving on, our game of the week.
Moving on.
Stonebridge and Briarwood. This is one that, we've talked about for a long time.
Yeah, man. We were out of Briarwoods last week.
Yep.
Had a great time with them. When I went to Briarwoods, for some reason, when I got out of the car, I must be the only one that saw that there was clouds over there. I'm the only one that
He's
got
the only
an
one with
umbrella.
umbrella?
Yeah. But so we get out there, and the game starts off. First of all, walking in there, it was awesome. Saw a bunch of parents. They said, great show. But talking to me about it. Saw Nick Romano's dad and mom are out there. It was a great time. Miss Pearsall.
Miss Pearsall.
Hooking us up with the...
I can use some Gatorade right now. I ain't gonna lie.
That's
It's
right.
pretty hot in this
That's
gym.
right. She may need to be like our set assistant and come around with Gatorade for us. Yeah. I told her we're still trying to get the Gatorade sponsorship.
Gatorade, are you listening?
That's right.
Probably not.
Probably not. But get out there. The game starts. Will Juno may be better than I even thought he was.
Yeah?
Right? Yeah. When you start to listen to him on the field, he gets guys in positions, and then when they're not in the position that he wants,
He lets them hear it?
he lets them
I
hear
love
it. It's great. But Stonebridge, they're great too. They got the Cole brothers and Jordan Lee out there. Briarwoods jumps out. I mean, they go up 6-2. It's it's not looking good for Stonebridge. They started to get a little bit of momentum.
Yeah.
Skies open up. All of a sudden, there's thunder and lightning all over the place, so they're going to hold back the game until the following day. a lot of people there. I saw Seth Nyland. I actually stood with him under the snack bar as it was pouring. Grassfield there is not going to be good. Try to restart that game.
Seth Nyland.
Had an entertaining time with Seth Nyland. Seth Nyland's daughter was dancing in the rain.
Is that right?
The kids were soaked. It was awesome.
They seem like they have a good time. We follow Seth Nyland on Facebook.
Seth's always a good time.
He's always a good time.
That's always a good time. But I love that team. I love both of those teams. They're great. Watching them go at it. Game resumes Friday. They go on. It goes Briarwoods 11-10. They go on to win. I'm gonna tell you right now. Coach told us last week.
Right.
They may see them
play
3
each other,
times.
yeah.
They're gonna be if they play 3 times, I'll be there for all 3 games. That game is great. Those
great.
games are great. Jordan Lee had a ridiculous goal. Colt Pearsall he's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Aaron Castile, I talked a lot this year about Nick Roulette from Robinson and how he is on the faceoff. Aaron Castile is a beast on the faceoff.
Oh yeah.
He gets too close to me, but he's a beast on the faceoff. It was awesome. Those guys are great. Those 2 programs, it's going to be awesome watching those 5A playoffs.
Yeah, both playoffs are going to be exciting, but 5A is a little more intriguing at this point. Except for I got to go see Patriot wherever they play.
Will Juneau, best goalie in the state. I'll say it.
Will Eckert might have something to say about that.
I'll say it.
Will. I'll take either Will.
Yeah, either way you go.
Take either Will.
When I was walking out, somebody was like, it's always trouble when you have to restart a game at a certain score.
Right.
I was like, I'd feel a lot better as long as that dude's a goalie. I'm all right. I'm okay with it.
Well, we'll be back with the results from these conference playoffs next week. And
Gonna be good.
Yeah. You can see us always on Prince William, Comcast Channel 2,
There you go.
Verizon Channel 28 in Reston,
Is he going to get it?
Verizon Channel 28 in Herndon, and Cox Channel 23
Oh, he got
in
it.
Herndon.
He got it.
Always on RubberRunSports.com.
Always on RubberRunSports.com.
For Rob Giampapa, John Moore. See you next week.
Shout out West Potomac Academy.
West Potomac.
Emily Miller.
Thank you, Emily.
It's awesome.
You can say hi.
Yeah. Feel free. Don't cover
You
that.
gotta watch out. You gotta watch 6-foot flying poles in this area.
Apparently you do. She gets
Yeah.
concussions.
I don't need concussions at this age. of
No.
mine.
My goodness, she would be terrible with that.
I'd love to see you spin a flag.
Yeah.
Leap across the field.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, yeah. That's a true story.
Check out this goal of the week by Chantilly Jr. Kevin Kendall. He puts it in over his shoulder while being assaulted by a Langley defender. If you have a goal of the week, please send it to us at highlights@rebelrunsports.com. Thank you and have a good week.